Hello and welcome to We Are the Ville, the Westerville City Schools podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Amato, and today we take you behind the scenes to showcase how our schools operate and highlight our amazing students. Welcome to episode 8, where we're diving into the world of music. This is our first episode since the ballot issue passed with an overwhelming 61 to 39% margin. Thank you to everyone who voted. With this passage, music, art, and PE will remain in our elementary schools. And music is such a vital program to Westerville City Schools. It supports academic success, emotional development, and social skills. Music education builds self-confidence, teaches cooperation, and provides a healthy outlet for self-expression. We have an exceptional music program from elementary through high school. And joining me are two outstanding music teachers, Annehurst Elementary, Rebekah Fortman, and South High School's Darius McBride. Welcome, both of you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right, Rebekah, I'd like to start off with you. Can you just briefly tell us how you got into music education?
Sure. I was raised by in a house where music was really valued, even though my parents, neither one of them were in music as a career. I was always surrounded by lots of different styles and types of music and developed a love early on. And then throughout my elementary years, my music teacher's name was Mrs. Bell, which I think is like the perfect music teacher name. And she was really wonderful. And then throughout the rest of my education, I had some wonderful music teachers that helped me grow and learn. So when it came time to choose a career, music education seemed kind of the natural choice for me, and I went to Capital University and studied there and received a Bachelor of Music Education, and then went back to Capital to get my Master's in Music Education with a Kodai emphasis, and also had some wonderful teachers. Dr. Matthias was somebody who really made a huge impact in my education and on me as a music teacher. So it's kind of a little bit of how I am here.
Wonderful, wonderful. And why did you decide to teach at the elementary school level?
That's a great question. So I always thought I would want to have Darius's job and do high school choir. But my senior year of college, I was encouraged by Dr. Matthias to travel to Hungary and spend a semester there learning about the Kodai method of music education, and I really just fell in love. It's very much an elementary-based program, and being in the schools there, even though there was a huge language barrier, I just fell in love with that age, had a really positive experience in my student teaching in Pickerington Elementary School, and then just kind of went that path and haven't looked back.
You know, so on the cut list, if our ballot measure didn't pass, was elementary music. Mm-hmm. And why is music education at such a young age so important?
Yes. Specifically in Westerville, it's really the only time that every student has to be in music class. It's you don't sign up for it, you're just there. And so it really is a time to reach every student and make sure that every student gets to access that part of their creativity, of their development. It's really elementary is a wonderful time for them to explore. They also don't have to choose like, I'm going to be in choir or band. We're singing, we're playing lots of different instruments, we're dancing, we're getting a little bit into the acting theater type stuff in a lot of our elementary schools. So they really get to explore which type of music they feel passionate about.
Yeah, and I'm sure every parent, elementary school parent, loves the fourth grade recorder?
It's a favorite.
I'm sure it is. So, again, we have, elementary school music program, such a big thing, and you have taken it upon yourself, plus all the other elementary school music teachers across your district to hold a big concert in December. And this is the first time that it involves all of our elementary schools. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's very exciting. So the first week of December, every third grader will one of those nights, first, second, third, or fourth, be singing in a concert with other third grade students. And they've all learned the same 8 songs across the district. And we gather together at Central High School. And we put on a performance for family, for our school community, and it's a really special event that has just grown over the years and become, I think, one of our favorite experiences, both students and teachers.
Yeah, and so how long has this been going on?
So 10 years ago, Evan McIntyre, who teaches music at McVeigh, and Sarah McPeak, who is band director at Blendon. She's at Blendon now. They actually came to me and they said, "Hey, we have this idea of doing a joint concert. What do you think? Would you like to be involved?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll try it. I don't know how this is going to work." And so I think it was the 3 of our schools and Cindy Kinzer at Huber Ridge. I think the first year it was just those 4 schools. We did a performance. We felt it went really well, and so we kind of asked any other music teachers if they would be willing. And over the years, it's just kind of grown from there. We've done it every year except I think 2021-22 because of COVID. Those 2 years were taken off. But other than that, every year since then, it's just kind of grown. And like you said, this year all 15 schools are participating.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the first year it was like one night.
Yeah,
and we all got and then it kind of grew to 2 nights. We thought, well, I don't think we can all fit in here, and then 3 nights, and this is the first year 4 nights.
Yeah. It's such a great opportunity for all of our elementary schools, third graders to come together, because they're all going to switch middle schools and high schools and, all end up different ways. And what a great opportunity to start meeting kids that, could have the same passion that you do in music education.
And so I had a student come from Huber Ridge this year, and he came in and we were singing this song and he said, "Wait, I've been working, I know that song."
Yeah.
And so that was a really cool experience. We've had that experience a couple times too. So
that's great. That's great. And so the Nations Together in Song concerts run again from December 1st through the 4th at Westerville Central at 7 p.m. I know I went last year to one of the nights, so I'm greatly looking forward to going to more than one night this time. So thank you for doing all your work and putting that together for all you do.
You're welcome. It's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and so now, Darius, I swing over to you because the high schools just did the same type of kind of concert, correct?
Yes, we did. All of our choirs from each of our schools, we got together back in August for one big rehearsal at Westerville Central. And when I say all choirs, from the beginners to the auditioned. And so we equaled about like a little over 300 students, all at Westerville Central. We rehearsed all of our pieces, and we had a clinic by a professor from Capital University, her name is Dr. Bergen. And she did a vocal health clinic with the students, just taught them different things they can do to keep their voices healthy, whether it be singing or talking. And then she kind of coached them through our rehearsal for each piece there, and they really enjoyed it.
That's great. And I love the title that you guys had called the One Voice, One Choir, One Community. Was that something that you guys created, or how did that come about?
I actually think that was a Charlie Boss.
Oh, yeah, Charlie Boss is one of my employees, everybody, and she's amazing.
Oh,
so.
yes, yeah, absolutely. But it is definitely true. We all talked with our students, and I know we get competitive in sports and all, but when we told them, in the arts, we're always coming together. I know in the summertime we do the theater, where all 3 high schools come together. And this is the second year that all 3 high schools choirs have come together. And, people see their friends there, like they all know each other. We're all doing the same thing. And so it's just really cool to see all 3 of us, even though, there's some competition in other ways. But in the arts, we definitely, joined as one and just fell in love with all three of these pieces that we did.
Yeah, I mean, we are the Ville.
Yeah.
So, it is important that we all come together. But as Mary Rebekah explained, for her elementary music education, she gets to see all the students. By the time they're in high school, they've kind of decided that choir is their thing and their passion. So what is it like teaching a student that has already decided, I love music, and how do you bring that passion out of them.
Absolutely. It's been amazing. You know, they want to do well in the things that they choose to do, and so they chose choir, or whatever their art that they go into, but they chose choir, so they want to have a good experience there, and so they bring a big energy to the ensemble, whichever ensemble it may be, and there's not much I can ask, and I can think of a few students, but I can ask just a couple things musically, and they're on it. Anything that needs done in the choir world, whether it be like help with risers and all, they're on it. But their passion that they bring to the group, it definitely is contagious, because others get on board as well. Those that were put into choir, they definitely catch on really fast and keep the spirit alive. And it's just been like, I'll call it driving a Mercedes, and teaching kids like that want to be there.
Yeah. So I asked the kind of same question to Mary or Rebekah, but again, if our ballot measure had failed and elementary music was kind of cut from the program, that would eventually have had an impact on high school music later on in the years. So, what would that have been like, do you think, if, we had to make that cut, and how that would have affected your teaching?
I would imagine numbers would have decreased greatly, but also, there have been a lot of teaching other subjects within the arts that we're not maybe comfortable with, combining some things, maybe I would have had to teach a band class or whatnot, or another arts teacher would have to teach choir, something that would be very challenging, and not what we, went to school for. So I would imagine that, it would have come with challenges number-wise, and just, what our load would look like.
Yeah, and that was one of the big things that we kind of kept stressing with the community of, listen, you may be voting today, but it will have impact on Westerville City Schools for years to come. So final question for both of you, what would you like families and the community to know about our music program here at Westerville City Schools? And Mary, Rebekah, I'll start with you.
Well, they're vibrant, they're healthy, they're exciting, and I would also like people to know that the great majority of students that both Darius and I teach are not going to go on to have careers in music education, or even music in general. And although some do, our new Blendon choir director is a former student of mine from elementary school, which is so cool. And he's wonderful. But some do, but the great majority don't. And that's not really our goal, to make, people who are going to have careers in music. We just want people, our students, to continue to find ways to be enriched by music, to find joy in music, and wherever they end up, whatever community they end up after they leave Westerville City Schools.
And Darius?
I'll say it's definitely a special community. The students that are in music here, and going from our elementary school up to the high school, that's like the one word I can use. Like, it's very special. And I can echo everything that Mary just said. They whatever they do outside of here, like if they've been in music, you know that they're going to put their best foot forward every time. And it's great to know that, they got their start in a music class, and they got, they learned a lot of those skills and all in music. And yeah, it's just really special. The music here is special.
Yeah, and I like to think I was a band, choir, orchestra student of the arts, and I thought it just gives you confidence in life growing up of being able to perform on stage and have presentations, talk at public speaking, and I loved my time back in the band, orchestra, choir days. So I'm really thankful that Westerville community saw the importance of that and voted to keep that in, and that we can keep the program strong. Yeah, so I appreciate both of you today for joining me. So thank you both for sharing your stories on We Are the Ville and with our students and our staff. And we look forward to many amazing performances from both of your programs moving forward.